Welcome back, Mr. Goodberry. The First Star Logistics studio is fully equipped and ready to record.
Welcome back to Bengals On The Brain, presented by First Star Logistics. I'm your host, Joe Goodberry, and continuing our prep to get to the draft as the clock is ticking faster than I'd like it to be because I have a lot of prospects I still have to watch. And we're going to watch a new one today. And we don't have a top 30 visit reported since the last episode where we watched Charles Grant and had to kind of guesstimate what he would look like at an NFL level, probably inside at guard. But he gets a fringe first round grade from us. So, we'll take that. But looking at the rest of the board, as we're getting close now, this spreadsheet that we do every year, I think it's 8 years now running. I mean, I've been doing one since 2012, I want to say. 2012 draft is the first time I put together a draft spreadsheet. So it's been a long time. Been writing draft profiles and prospect profiles since 2010 or 2009. One of those two. Either way, the spreadsheet that we do every year where we take in data analytics plus our film grades, it's starting to get close. We're really close to being done, which is typically first or second week of April. So we're like 98% there. We're waiting on a few guys to test. We got to normalize some of the formulas as we do every year to make sure it's balanced and we haven't gone too far one way or the other because things change all the time in football and in data sometimes. But looking at the top of the list, there are two guys we haven't done a show on yet that stand out. One I have watched, Kelvin Banks Jr., right there at 19th overall. The Bengals are picking 17. Well, I mean, we should be talking about that offensive lineman, and we will do a show on him. But there's one guy that stands out that I haven't watched near the top of this list, and that's Donovan Ezeiruaku, an edge defender. We went through edges originally and blew through them and kept it moving, right? We watched defensive tackles and defensive ends, pass rushers, and then the grading process goes through and says, hey, you need to watch Ezeiruaku. He's really damn good. So that's where we're at today. Let's put on a couple games that are recommended my first time watching. I've seen clips. I've seen highlights. I'm in the draft community. Things get posted. So I've seen him. I know what he's about. Plus, I remember him from All-Star Weekend. Let's take a look at this edge rusher. Number 6 for Boston College is Donovan Ezeiruaku. And this is not going to be like the Charles Grant game, guys. He has 14 pressures and 4 sacks in this final game at Boston College versus Pitt. So gear up. Let's get ready. This is a monster performance by Ezeiruaku to finish this thing. Pitt must have been terrible. As soon as I saw the stat line, though, I'm like, oh, yeah, we're watching this game. We're going to bring some juice back to Bengals on the Brain after watching the Charles Grant tape. Well, he dominated. We just need some more fun. More highlights, please. This feels like a highlight session. That nose tackle, though, Cam Horsley, good production, good data for a nose tackle. Our sheet's never going to say to draft a nose tackle high, but if you get to the 7th round and he's still there, I have no problem taking Cam Horsley to back up TJ Slayton. If we're saying McKinley Jackson isn't a nose, because there's an argument to be made that he's not actually a nose. So eyes back on Ezeiruaku. This is a 40-minute film, so I'm trying not to slow it down too much watching Cam and a couple other players that Boston College has. But Ezeiruaku taking the inside stunt this time. Nice stick by the corner in the flats. All Boston College is fired up today. You can tell already. But try and keep it on number 6 here. I will bring up his data points and stats and things that make him ranked so high for us. This is a 21-year-old rookie. Again, the Bengals like to draft 21-year-olds in the first round, other than Joe Burrow, of course. Everyone else has been 21 years old. Ezeiruaku switching to the other side, which is something I like about him, is that we can go either way, left or right. What a nice throw by the QB. We can go left or right with him, which is helpful because, we don't want to end up in a Miles Murphy situation where, hey, he played predominantly right end in college and we can't get him to the left side, or it's a whole development situation to get him to play on the left side because you got Trey on the right. Ezeiruaku is more of a, hey, move him around, do what you want with him, inside, outside. quick win. There we go. We got our first win here. It's play number 4 on first down. It's against the run too, because he's a little bit of a smaller dude. I'll get into that real quick. But here he is here, and you're going to see him swim on the tight end, I want to say, and get inside for this run stop. Nice little easy arm over and a nice form tackle. So Donovan Ezeiruaku, if you're wondering, because people are going to say, oh, he's too small. The Bengals will never take him. That may be the case. But he's 6'2 and a half and 248 pounds at the combine. And we've talked about Mike Green, who's 258. We've talked about James Pierce, who's 245. So can we really say that they wouldn't take Ezeiruaku? I can't comfortably say that. I'd say he's in the mix then. Plus, he doesn't look too thin here, right? He looks strong. He's got good density to him. 6'2", 245. He looks like he can carry a few more pounds. But he's got 34-inch arms. Of all the top guys, it's the longest arms. Almost nearly 83-inch wingspan. So you talk about a guy who is very, very long. He's got the frame. So when I say he's got the frame, oh, I see the dip around the edge. We got a win from someone else on that D-line too, which I like to see. Because I like to see guys that I like to see what the chaos creates when you win and when others win around you. So you're going to see him dip around the edge here and try and run this arc. Somebody from this side also gets in, and they're going to meet at the quarterback after the quarterback releases it. But keep an eye on Ezeiruaku here. Watch him dip under this. Yeah, give him that arm. Yes. Give him the arm, pull it away, dip around. When you got that kind of space, when you're that kind of athlete. I'm excited when the spreadsheet gives us new players to watch. And he was always a fringe first rounder, but now I see in mocks, I just saw a mock on The Athletic. He was going 21st overall, Ezeiruaku. So, like, he is completely first round now at this point. I'd like a little bit more intensity out of a couple plays here. I wonder if Boston College is feeling their way into it. How does he end up with 14 pressures? What do we got? 1? I would say we got 1 maybe so far. Third down. He's at left side. He's really ready to rush. That's a great stance for some speed. We got a rolling pocket, though, and a first down for Pitt. So maybe this game isn't a blowout. Maybe this game is a complete shootout. I'm judging off 6 snaps so far. I have no idea who wins these games most of the time. That's why I love college football. To me, it's all just scouting players. Are they saying it was incomplete? Because it's 4th and 3 now. All right, Ezeiruaku getting inside a little bit here. And a conversion. No, it's dropped by the tight end. Okay, they're punting now. I'm going to skip these plays like this where there's nothing happening just to keep us moving. Ezeiruaku back on the left side. Got the tight end on him. Quickly discards him. They should be checking it down there. Not. Quarterback's going to take it. He is all arms and legs, huh? Might be the white sleeves and white socks. Trying to go a little bit of speed to power here. And then we got a deep ball. It looked like it was almost caught. But let's see what Ezeiruaku tried to do here. Again, 77 at right tackle. Okay, so we tried to gain depth, gain space, and then turn it into power. Right tackle did a good job there. Really good job. And number 2 did a really good job about tracking that ball, despite it being a bit of a duck. It gets harder to track them when they're like that. Safety blitz. What's going on here? Other side? No, safety is blitzing. So he's got a stunt inside. And, he misses the tackle. Safety ends up cleaning it up. But Ezeiruaku's got to dive inside here. So let's see this. He knows he's got the edge rush coming. The blitz is coming this way. So he's going to dive inside this way. Because if it's a pass, hopefully the tackle goes with you. But it's a run that way anyway. So swims over, arms over the tight end, and then tries to make this diving tackle here. I enjoy the effort, even with a missed tackle there. We'll see if the missed tackles pile up, right? We'll see if it's a Derek Harmon situation. Which I feel like nobody brought up until our show, Bengals on the Brain, was talking about missed tackles. And then this may count as a sack. It's a coverage team sack, but let's see. Ezeiruaku on our right here just stunts inside. The whole D line's crossing over. He's got two guys on him. Eyes on the quarterback, though. You can see he's visually aware, spins off the center and helps wrap up, probably half sack. PFF calls it a full sack. So when I say 4 sacks, it was on PFF data. 14 pressures, 4 sacks. I think we got 2 pressures so far and a sack. Third down. Oh, he's at middle linebacker. Check this out. And he's going to blitz from there. Oh, good. Again, they keep getting the tight end on him. That tight end cannot block Ezeiruaku. But I like the versatility here, what we can do with him. Did a lot of this with Sam Hubbard, right? That'd be fun for the Bengals. It'd be fun for Al Golden. People talk about the Viper role, but watch him blitz and get right on this tight end. This tight end, head down, good disengagement from Ezeiruaku, and forces that might be another pressure. That might be number 3. They might have counted these pressures pretty loosely, but let's say that's 3 out of 14. He's back on the right side this time at right end. Good initial push. I wonder if the other angle is going to show it, but good keeping the guy at bay, keeping him at distance, setting the edge. That's what his job is. On the left side here, our left. Right there, gets underneath the tackle. Yeah. So this is what you want to do. If the running back's going outside, especially if it's outside zone, if you have your head on this side, you're forcing him to cut, and this is where your linebacker is. That linebacker should clean up tackles pretty consistently. So you do your job there as the end. Don't let that offensive tackle drive you downfield. Don't let them turn you inside so that they can get to the outside. Oh, there's a pressure. He's got a lot to read here, okay? Because there's a screen, there's a fake run, there's a bubble screen. Ezeiruaku first, left side. Tight end's going to come in motion, right? Tight end comes in motion. So now he's going to go down into a 3-point stance, and that's going to bring the safety over to balance out everything. So now you can see there's 4 down or 3 down linemen, pretty much 4 linebackers, almost on a 3-4 look. So he's getting down in a stance based on the offensive formation, and he's unblocked. He sees that. Okay, recognizes that. Let me gain some depth here as they have the run fake. And are we going to throw the bubble screen? He's right in the quarterback's face. Quarterback decides, I can't risk it here. Let me pull it down and try to run it. And the linebacker cleans it up. So that is pressure number 4 for Ezeiruaku. Good recognition. Third down now. 3rd and 2. See if we can get something going off the edge here. Throw underneath. Does he convert? Does he get it? Because I don't think we get a pressure out of Ezeiruaku here on this one. There's a tight end and a running back over there. Running back leaves. Tight end's over there, so he goes inside. Nothing to see. Let's see a good rush, huh? Let's get to the point where we get a really nice rush. Looks like we're going flipping the other side this time. So he spent a drive on the right, the left, the right. Now he's back on the left. Oh, again with that dip. Gives him that ghost move dip again around the outside arc. All right, on the left side here. Oh, yeah. It's more of a cross chop, actually. So a cross chop is when I'm going to almost basketball move. I'm going to fake inside, really cut outside and run a hoop around him. But the idea is to, when you dip inside, if he throws that outside hand, you cross his face. So like crossover move, and you're going to chop that outside hand. Okay. So watch as he does that. As he gets this lineman to throw that hand with the brace, he doesn't actually. He throws the inside hand, which I guess is expected because you go inside there, but He's still there. That's what I wanted. That's the shot I wanted. So even though he throws this outside hand, Ezeiruaku, this inside hand, Ezeiruaku does a great job of knocking this hand down. You see his hand, his arm right there? The brace arm of the right tackle is going to be down and pinned down. He's got nothing to help him from the outside arc now. And Ezeiruaku finishes it. Very nice rush. Very high level advance cross chop. When you see a player pull off a cross chop, everyone's doing it now. But like, this is not something they taught in high school and in college until I feel like the last 5 to 10 years. High school for sure. I mean, I only know this because I take my son to see a pass rush guy, and they've just started teaching it. Gets involved in the run here. Unblocked. He's got to wash himself down, make sure the quarterback doesn't have the ball. All right, now finish. Yep, and he gets the tackle. Boise State's got not Boise State, Boston College. Excuse me. If we have anyone in the chat that went to BC, got a few prospects in this class. Quite a few. Quarterback's under duress again. Looks like from the other side as Ezeiruaku takes the outside angle here. He's on the left. I don't know where the pressure comes from. Looked like number 1 on the right side. Watch Ezeiruaku on the left here as the camera's bouncing. That BC crowd getting into it. Good throw, though. Good throw while taking a hit. I don't know what I'm looking at. They're not blowing the whistle. Okay. Nothing for easy. Inside move. Oh, we might have another pressure. That might be number 6. Let's see here. On the left, he's been winning around the outside so much. What does he do to get back inside here? Does he stem it up? No, he doesn't really. He paces it and gets knocked down because the guard and tackle collapse on him. But I do like the quickness, the ground he covers when he decides to jump inside. You'll see it right here. This left foot is going to plant, and then he's going to jump inside. Watch how far he jumps inside when he does. I mean, he covered a couple yards there with a swim move also. Covered a lot of ground. The guard helped his right tackle, collapsed it, and Ezeiruaku hit the ground. A little bit more strength in him. Maybe he gets through that, right? Like Myles Garrett gets through that because he's a freak. Again, extra help on that side. The guard's going to come over and help him. I'm going to go through some of his data while this play goes on. Keep your eyes on him. You'll see the guard come over and help. 35.5 inch vert for Ezeiruaku. Pretty strong. 6.94 second 3-cone. Very, very, very good. 419 shuttle. Again, very good. His agilities come out very good. That's what you want. You want agilities at the end spot, at pass rushing spot. Oh, and this is the exact play. Perfect timing. Didn't know this play was coming up, but agilities are important here. Left side. He's going to run the arc on this. And when I talk about running the arc, if you haven't watched the end episodes in a while, or if you don't remember from during the season, let's do this little white line here. At some point, you have to turn and 90 degree this thing, and sometimes even come back to the quarterback. So you're running a curve here, right, to get to the quarterback, because the tackle is going to try and push you around and really keep you really wide. But if you can get around him and then flatten and get to the QB, that's the agility we're looking for. And you need lower body strength to do this as well. But you also have to win with your hands to get clean. So we're going to see Ezeiruaku go with the chop, and he's going to dip. And when he does it, he gets really low on it, which is, again, good sign of athleticism. Watch how low he's going to get here. He misses that chop. And he's going to get real low and he's going to come up through it. And there it is. So he comes up through it there. Now from here, the tackle is trying to push you upfield. But if you're lower than him, see his arm is wrapped around almost his head. And you can, from the side angle, imagine I swung the camera around. His feet are going to be like this. Okay, meaning the angle of his legs to his feet, the ankle flexion is really what he's fighting that as the tackle is trying to push him this way, if that makes sense, if we can flip the camera to the side. So a lot of lower body strength here and agility needed, and then flipping and just getting around that corner. So I'll try and go to the side angle completely and give you an idea. Get your eyes on him. Yep, the arrow there. Watch when he gets to the top of this arc, how he flattens. Right there, this tackle is trying to push him upfield, right? Watch how he sinks, flattens, and gets around that corner from here. If I can go back one frame on that and get it perfectly, you'll see what I'm saying, what I'm seeing here. Right there. Perfect. So a lot of guys that don't have the agility, even though they've won, they're going to end up running around this right here. But he's able to gather here and still come up and turn upfield to get to the QB. Oh, there's another pressure. That it might be pressure number 6 if we're counting correctly. I don't know if I'm counting correctly anymore. Math. All right, let's let this one run. This is a very nice rush. That's why I've spent a little bit of time on it. Because even when you don't win with your hands, do you have the functional athleticism? It's the reason why I don't like Shamar Stewart as much on tape. He doesn't have that agility. Not only are his hands not good, but he doesn't have the agility to turn the corner there. He can't do that. I don't know if James Pierce can do that. I think Mike Green can do that. So far, like agility, Abdul Carter, Mike Green, Ezeiruaku. In terms of market share production at market share adjusted production, let me get that correct, MSA. This takes in how much does your team produce? How much of that is your production? So if the team has a total as 50 sacks and you have 20 of them, a lot of production. If you have 5 sacks and your team only has 10, that's a lot of production. It means your team's not very good. Maybe the scheme's not very good, but you're still very good in your team. That's 50% of the production, right? It's real good. And it also takes in age and strength of schedule, conference you're in, things like that. Donovan Ezeiruaku, because 2 years ago, now he's a 4-year player and he's only 21. So he was super young as a freshman and a sophomore. And as a sophomore, he had 8 sacks. He comes in the 99.7 percentile for market share adjusted production, which means it's a good chance he becomes a very, very productive. This is like Jamar Chase level production at a young age at the edge position. Remember, we were watching Jamar and he was 19 years old. Ezeiruaku's 20 here, but if you go back even 2 years ago when he was 18 and he's getting 8 sacks at Boston College, it's pretty good. His relative athletic score, so his athleticism only puts him in the 81st percentile. Agility is really good. Everything else, just okay. Still, it's above average, and we will take it. It's good level. We will take it. You want to stay in the 80 percentile or above in the first round. He hits that. A little bit of speed to power there, maybe, or hesitation step into power. Let's see how this one goes. Left side. Yeah, okay. He goes out wide because the guy's going to chip him. He's worried about this chip help here, which is good. I mean, he knows how he's been treated as a superstar. Let's see here. Watch his eyes. Is that coming? Nope. Okay. Let me go to the power. I'd like to see him finish driving through there, but because the guard's coming over to help, your best chance now is to try and run this arc and get to the QB. And he tries there. I wouldn't call that a pressure. I think we're going to stay at 5 or 6, whatever I was at. Should have had these on the side. Bing! Pressure 1. Bing! Pressure 2. Okay, we're offsides. We're flinching. We got a free ball, and nothing happened. Back to the data real quick. He has 2,000, almost 2,100 career snaps, which is a ton. It's more than pretty much everyone other than JT Tuamalo from Ohio State. His defensive grade from PFF puts him in the 91st percentile. His pass rush grade puts him in the just at the 80th percentile. So not crazy, but again, look at him run that arc. He's killing this right tackle, huh? The right tackle is doing a good job staying balanced. He's strong, clearly. But you look at this bend by Ezeiruaku. He is getting low. He's fighting through these hands. And now can he run this? I mean, he is getting tackled, yet his body is completely, that angle is extreme, right? If this is the ground, Ezeiruaku's running that thing like that. What's that angle there, boys and girls? My son's doing this in math. What do we got here? Someone do the calculation for me. Oh, yeah. Plus, he's doing it with the guy on his back. That shows some power. So his pass rush grade, wish it was higher. It's probably why he was a fringe first rounder. Career pass rush grade puts him just in the 80th percentile. Let's see if we can see this play again here real quick. Okay, so he's worried about that tight end. Yeah. All right. His pass rush win rate the last 2 years is at a 16.4%. So it's not crazy. That's why his grade is a little bit lower from PFF. 16.4% is average. You want to be above that for first round picks. See what happens here. Power. Oh, we got some power and a pressure. Let's go. Ezeiruaku, put the phone down, Joe, with the data. Let's see this power. It's the first time we really get this. We've gotten flashes of it because he's hit the punch and then tried to run around the arc. This time he looks like he goes full power. Oh, yeah. Maybe the guy gets tripped, which does happen on the offensive line. People like to say, oh, it doesn't count. He got tripped. Tripping, I mean, guys' feet get tangled up, and that's definitely what happens. But they get tangled up because you just took it to him, took the fight to him. And a hit on the quarterback. Number 7, let's go with number 7. I like that play. We've seen a lot now. We've seen some strength. We've seen good hand usage and movement. We've seen great balance and agility. Get back to his data in a second here. Again, we're running the arc. That time, you can see what it looks like when you don't knock the hand down, and the result of it is the guy running you around. And I'm actually appreciating this right tackle a little bit here in this game. So, okay, you missed that chop. Now you got to deal with that hand completely for the rest of the play. That could be a cleaner win for Ezeiruaku. With his agility, if he gets those cleaner wins, he'll be in great shape. So that pass rush win rate puts him in the 78th percentile. Again, it's quality, but it's not amazing. Like Abdul Carter's in the 99th percentile, Mike Green, 96th percentile, James Pierce, 98th percentile. Right. So when I'm talking about this, is like it's good, but it's not great. And we're talking about these other guys. Princely Milan. I think that's his name. We haven't watched him yet either. 96th percentile. So those guys win at a higher rate. But his grade in true pass sets goes up. He's at 85.5 percentile for grade in true pass sets. He gets pressure on about 18% of his true pass sets rushes, which is okay. It's not great. It's okay. His win rate, though, jumps up to 25.3% on the last 2 years in true pass set situations. So that's taking out screens and everything. It's taking out all the noise and just saying, all right, how good of a pass rusher is he truly? Does a good job here against the tight end versus the run. Spinning and getting in. He's yelling at the crowd. He's amped up. Always trying to say he moved. Let's see here now. Take on that tight end, dip underneath him. Now his eyes are that way, right? He doesn't know where the ball is, but he does turn, spin right in your face. We'll take it. That 25% though in true pass set situations, that's the top 7 guys. Everyone after that is a little bit lower, like lower. Landon Jackson's lower. Jalen Walker's lower. So just better than those guys. We get another pressure maybe, but it's below that true pass set is below. So it's in the 78th percentile again, just like his regular pass rush situation. It's still below Carter, Green, Pierce, Milan. So let's watch Ezeiruaku on the left side here. I need to work with the tight end and dip around that right tackle. Woo! Let's go. Oh, yeah. There's a pressure. That's number 8. Good catch, receiver. Good catch. Ezeiruaku definitely dealing with a lot of attention. This is like Abdul Carter level attention. Tight end, guard, chip. Doesn't get clean wins here, as you can see on this play. When that arm over move doesn't win, when you don't knock the hand down. So really, I think it's funny because he's winning with some really nice moves, but he's also not consistent, not consistently hitting them, I would say, in this game. This game might show us everything we need, actually. Okay, so you didn't knock down that inside hand, and that outside hand is on you now. That outside hand was on his arm trying to do the arm over. He's on your move at this point. You've really just showed him a cross chop, a ghost move, and a swim move. You did the bull rush too. You got 4 moves. I'm not against it. A spin might be. You set up a spin here coming up. Yeah, you're dipping around that corner. There's another pressure. That's number 8 or 9. We got a tight end on our side again here. All right, getting that tight end out of here. This is food now. That's not even, you're not even trying to knock a hand down. You're just saying, I can sink lower. This knee is almost touching the ground. This right knee. I can sink lower, and I've got the lower body flexibility and strength that it doesn't even matter. I can get underneath you, and I can run that arc and get a hand on the quarterback. And he's right. That's impressive. I want to see the moves hit consistently, but he can do that without it is pretty good. Got a free play here, deep ball, nothing. Give your guy a chance. What are you worried about? Lay it up there. I'm going to skip this play. We're halfway through. There is a game against Missouri, so I assume we get some snaps versus Armand Membo. I don't know if we'll get it in this episode. I was planning on doing that one. He gets a sack in that game. Oh, man. We got pressure hit from the other side. And he's going for the touchdown. Wasn't Ezeiruaku, though. It looks like number 4 is coming unblocked from the right side. Yes, and good job, 90. Good job. Picking it off and going. That's fun. 20-7 now. I assume 21-7. That's the flash we get before the extra point. Again, another pressure. He is okay. So he's fighting through power here because he's trying to lift. Doesn't really work, but you get him just enough. See, he can't even go inside. That guard is coming over there. He's dealing with 2 guys. The fact that he even tries inside is to hopefully keep that right tackle there so we can run the arc. And he does here. Look at this. His ability to turn his hips and flip himself around, he's completely getting blocked this way. Instead, he's flipping this thing and able to stay on his feet. That's some lower body strength. And listen, he gets pancaked. He gets the holding call against him. The right tackle gets the holding. But what a rush still. Now watch here. The hand land into the chest. Lift. Got full extension. Now rip it. There you go. It's really to get the guy off balanced. And then when you pull it back, he's going to go lean and be forward balanced, which is exactly what happens here. And how he's able to get underneath. Man, he's being held. The fact that that quarterback feels that pressure. These are some quality rushes. Despite not winning, like you want to see both. I want to see a guy win so cleanly that it's like, this guy can't be blocked. I also want to see when you're being blocked, how do you deal with it? How do you still apply pressure despite being blocked? And Ezeiruaku is doing that. And his data was only above average for pass rushing. And if you're wondering, like, all right, we got a smaller guy, Joe. Data doesn't scream that he's a great pass rusher. It just says he's a good pass rusher. Is that really worth a first-round pick? And would the Bengals consider a smaller guy? Well, I have been told from sources at the time, and it says in hindsight, the Bengals, one of the next guys they were considering after Myles Murphy was Brian Brzee and Nolan Smith. Nolan Smith is smaller than Ezeiruaku is, especially in terms of wingspan and stuff. You see the easy clean win inside and then the guards there. This is why you can't even do any inside moves. Talk about his pass rush win rate. That's a win. But does he actually get pressure? No, because he's got 2 guys blocking. It's time to switch him to the other side. But why would they like Nolan Smith? Why did they like Nolan Smith? Because he was a psycho against the run and he was very strong against the run. You could see, like, I don't have to take him off the field. It's not a problem. He's got the necessary power and strength and density that you need, and the little bit of the mentality that you need against the run to be a very good run defender. Donovan Ezeiruaku's run defense grade from PFF puts him in the 93rd percentile. So it's not just a few flashes we got in this game. He's consistently good against the run. Meaning I don't have to just make him a third down edge rusher. He can play first down. He's got the frame to add weight. That wingspan's crazy at nearly 84 inches. Man, that other end. Is everyone just teeing off on this right tackle now? What happened there? I'd like to see that. Ezeiruaku was on the left side. I was just my eyes were kind of turned to 15 over here. He went with the cross chop as well and almost got to see if he had the agility that Ezeiruaku has. This is a sack, right? This is why I'm saying it matters to have that agility to run this arc. Because you see Ezeiruaku here, his angle is already coming like this. This guy is going like this. And it's the difference between a sack and a pressure. That guy couldn't turn enough. He got knocked off by Cam Horsley, but whatever. Run defense, 93.7 percentile. Run defense solo tackle rate, 97th percentile. Run defense tackle rate, 96th percentile. Run defense stop rate, 94th percentile. So if you're wondering how often is he impacting the game, well, here's another pressure. This might be pressure number 9. And what a throw and catch. I like 2. Have we watched Pitt yet? Because I remember saying I like a 2 on another team that I can't remember what game we were watching. It was against South Carolina. I don't think it was Pitt. Okay, Ezeiruaku, right side. Okay, since the guard, since we got a little twist up here, it's the only way we can go inside. We're going to twist this guy and this guy, which means that guard is occupied. 55 is occupied. I get to actually do an inside move. Finally, Ezeiruaku, let's go. I'm going to go back now that we know why that was successful this time. Nice clean win. Pressure number 9. What a throw and what a catch. Quarterback, good job moving in the pocket, buying yourself a split second, laying this ball up there with anticipation. What a grab. Hey, they're calling it incomplete. No, this was saying first down. It's first down. It was first down. That was a catch. Tremendous play. Love the timing of that throw. Window throw with some timing while being hit, being pressured, moving yourself just a little bit to the left. That quarterback's tall. Huh? Look at those legs. Ezeiruaku, he's at the point this time. The run's going at him. Our right side. He's starting to cheat a little bit inside here. He's got the tight end and the tackle. He's going to take the tight end head on. Really occupies both guys, allows the linebacker to come down and make that tackle for free. So, again, he does his job against the run. This quarterback's under siege, too. Ezeiruaku doesn't rush on this, but I want to see this quarterback in the pocket. Yes, we got a blitz. Perfect. I like his pocket movements already. He's under duress. I don't know who this guy is. I don't know if he's a freshman or what, but getting yourself to a new spot here, a cleaner section of the pocket, this is really good pocket presence. And then throw over the middle, I'm in. Until I find out he's got 8-inch hands like Kenny Pickett. But as of now, Ion 19. Not saying this play, but in the future. Again, against the run. Okay, Ezeiruaku against the run. 90th percentile for all these guys. He get the slot receivers trying to come in and get him. Nothing. Throw him down. Now look at the depth. Look at the ground he's covered in that short span. Shoulder upfield, up, stopping that running back from going to the outside, forcing him inside and making the clear tackle. He's on the right here, number 6. That's what separates him from some of these other edge rushers in this class. And when I say 90 percentile, like are all these other guys in the 90 percentile? They're not. You have a couple of them, like Mike Green's in the 99.7 percentile. That's why I really like Mike Green as well. I use the same argument for him, why the Bengals would be interested, but he's got his character issues we got to worry about. That might be a pressure on a screen pass there. Stay with the play, Ezeiruaku. Let's see if you can finish it. Hey, what a job. Is that the tight end making guys miss like that? The other guys in the 90th percentile in this class. These are the only other ones. So we got Mike Green, Donovan Ezeiruaku, Landon Jackson, Jack Sawyer, David Walker from a small school, so his numbers are going to be real high, Michael Williams, and then some guys at the bottom like Elijah Williams, Keyshawn James Newby, and TJ Jackson, and Anton Junjak, don't know him, and then Chuck Smith, the 4th. Ezeiruaku, what'd they get here? They got the shovel pass? Yeah, he's got to go wide. That's not on him as much as, just you're getting spaced out. They're an 86 finish it after that screen pass. So Ezeiruaku here, because there's so much he's got to worry about. He's got to worry about the QB because he's unblocked. So his eyes go up right away and he goes, okay, we got a read option situation. 45 would have the QB. I got to go out and get 26. And because everyone's spaced out, that's where the backside shovel comes in. So we got a game here, 27-17. I think it's the third quarter. I think that little 3 means 3, third quarter. All right, let's see here. We still have maybe 5 more pressures and 2 more sacks, I want to say. So let's see. Does he close this game out now? Between the end of the third and then the fourth quarter. I'm going to skip this one. He does a good job of leverage and against the run, sealing the outside, but nothing we haven't seen yet. You got there early. I appreciate that corner getting there, but you got there early. Nothing for Ezeiruaku. Minute 20 left in the third now. He's got a tight end on his side. He's not going to get the tight end help. And there we go. There's finally not being able to withstand the power. You see here, he's just going to, the angle, I've been talking about it, but this time we really get to see that here. That angle is so extreme. That's Von Miller angle stuff. That's really extreme. He's got really great bend and agility. His foot slips out. You see the pellets come up. The guy's leaning on him. It's why you want to get a hand. You want to knock away this outside hand if you can, because he's hooking you. Your foot slips out. He's allowed to bury you. Both guys going wide there on the edge. And now the quarterback's running a little bit for his life. And he gets strip sacked to lose. Not sacked. He gets stripped. Let's see if we can get Ezeiruaku's angle here a little bit clearer. He almost wins this thing, but yep, the foot just slips out. What a hunt down by 28. He's like a predator. He's like a shark in the water. So now we're in the fourth quarter, 10-point game. Ezeiruaku's going to stay over the right tackle. Don't know what happened there. For him, he goes with power. Doesn't really work. He's kind of latched on. Yeah, I think we get Ezeiruaku stronger upper body, get his hands to land a little bit more frequently. You might have a stud. Quick inside win, and he might have had partial credit for that sack there. That might be sack number 3. I think that's 3. We saw 2, right? When there's so many in one game, I am losing count. Losing my mind is what I'm doing. All right, left side. You want to block him with a tight end? A sign of a quality edge rusher is if you put a tight end on him, is it an immediate loss? And it is here. And then the running back's got to pick him up. And he basically does the same move on the running back before tripping up the QB. Let's watch him full speed if you want. Boom. Boom. And then hitting the quarterback. Gotta say, really liking what I've seen out of Ezeiruaku so far. Oh, yeah, he was running that thing. Uh-oh, that's picked off. And a fumble? Well, it's got a flag, so who knows what's happening. That was 28, though, with the pick. The guy who hawked down the quarterback earlier. Let's see Ezeiruaku on the left side here. What's he trying to do? So he's just going again. He's just wide-nining it and trying to run underneath the arm. Interesting that he is trying that so many times. You got a tight end on your side you got to contend with. Let's see if he tried. But tight end's looking inside. He's running inside. I would assume that's a run the whole way. It is. And that is what happens. And we're running away from number 6, so we're not going to stay with it for too long here. Under 12 minutes to go now. He's closest to us. He's over the left tackle. Just doing his job, allowing the pressure to come between the tackle and the guard. He's just stringing it out, knowing that there's pressure coming from the inside here. Watch, just see what I'm saying. It's like, can I evaluate every rush when he's obviously trying to tie up this guy in order for 15 to come around this way? So you want to go wide. And if anything, I'm just trying to tie him up. Don't let him look back inside to know I'm not really rushing. And I'm containing. If the quarterback goes to run, then I'm off my leash and I can go do my thing. 3rd and 1. Get inside. Yes. Again, the run defense. I don't care if he's small. If you're telling me he's small. Like, he clearly sees it. He's making plays against the run. I don't have to take him off the field. He's 21 years old at 248. Are we really worried about it? We saying he's not going to end up 255, maybe 260 with that length, with that nearly 84-inch wingspan? He's got a 7-foot wingspan. Got the wingspan of a 7-footer. Yeah. Tried to cross chop there, spins back inside. Wasn't a 4th and short anyways. Interesting he's trying to cross chop there. 6 minutes left. We got a 17-point game. This thing is pretty much out of reach now. Pin your ears back. Let's see some pass rush as Pitt tries to get back in this thing. Tried an inside swim. Nothing there. And is that picked off? Linebacker there. Let's watch number 1. Let's watch what 1 does. Middle linebacker. I don't know what the quarterback was doing there. He's trying to high-low it, but 1 is doing a good job of covering both spots, but it was just too late. The timing wasn't correct there. I don't know if it was the receivers or what. All right, that might be close to another pressure. Good throw again. He threw that thing early again. He throws a really good anticipation. All right, try the cross chop. You didn't knock the hand down. Not a clean win. While I like him, I've said that quite a few times now that he didn't knock the hand down, didn't get the clean win. There's a win, and there's a flattening. Yes, exactly. This is why he's doing it so much, because he does it so well. He's going to stem inside, then go outside, and just dip around. He's just dipping around this guy's arms. And then he has the ability, and this is because he's done it so many times, we're probably desensitized to it. To get from here to here is not easy. It's the hardest part about a pass rush. And for him to be at this angle here, he's got the bend. He's got the agility. You can't find this every time. It's hard to find end of the first round, second round, Okay, so he actually gave him an arm here. It's not a straight up not going to do any move here. I'm trying to give him this arm. He's really dipping. You see his eyes are down. He's almost looking down right here, dropping the shoulders. He's going to drop this knee also, I assume. Oh, he doesn't until afterwards. So he's basically running it like this. Here and then flat. He is turning the corner when he gets to that point, and it's a sack. It's a quality rush, and it's because of his agility and strength. You got to have the lower body strength because that guy is bearing down on you as you're turning that corner. He's that middle linebacker. He's going to blitz. Do we get back-to-back sacks? Oh, we got a pressure for sure. And a hit on the QB. He had 5 hits on the quarterback here in this game. Another pressure. We might be at 12 at this point. I like that we can do this with him. It's fun that we can move him around to left and right side. He'd be a good fit with Trey. Okay, nothing there. He goes just a long arm stab. And as that receiver track that thing and turn his body, that's not number 2. That's a rainbow ball for 9. Good job. Pitt's fun to watch. They've got a quarterback and receivers that can play. 5 made a couple catches. 2, 5, 9. Where are we at, Pitt? Okay. Not that I like anything Pittsburgh, but you're doing your thing here. And we've got another. He's running the arc so well that he's actually undercutting it. So what I mean is he got to here. Now he's got to turn. The quarterback's here. Watch him end up over here. He's actually going to cut this thing way too tight. Maybe he thinks the quarterback's going to take off and he's like, I'll just beat the angle. Which if he did, that's high level football. Watch him inside there. Yeah. He's out of gas though, huh? Forcing a incomplete pass. This is pressure. I want to say 13 out of 14 if we've been counting correctly, which there's a very good chance we have not been. Cross chop, underneath, finish. Yeah, he's gassed at this point. I think he had 74 snaps in this game. That's a ton. He's still out there, though. This is, despite the pressure, this quarterback is continuing to climb up this pocket and deliver. He's taking a beating today. Like he realizes, I need more time here. Let me step up. And while the eyes are still up, that's great. That's good stuff. All right, 4 minutes left. Ezeiruaku over the right tackle again. What are you going to try here? An outside rush again? No, goes for the power this time. Oh, and see, that's when I think you're being held. When I have, let's see if he won. Long arm. There we go. He's been giving him the long arm and pulling it back. But if you can win with the long arm once in a while, that's big. You open up that gate to the inside. He didn't completely win. Good job by the right tackle, regathering himself, sitting down, and holding on just long enough for the quarterback to again step up in the pocket, go to multiple reads, timing, waiting for it. Number 9, nice catch over the middle, getting it over the goal line. I don't want to put praise on Pitt. I don't care, but they're at least an interesting team here. They're going for 2. Ezeiruaku's over the left tackle here. Let's switch it up a little bit. Quick pass, nothing there. 2-point conversion, no good. Let's keep it moving forward. Put him back over the right tackle. I think we've got another pressure and maybe another sack in this game still to go. So he must end this thing. Nothing there. Let's see what move he tries to pull off, though. So he's dealing with the tight end and then just, kind of dancing. Minute 30 left. Okay. Inside to a spin. That might be pressure number 13. And did that receiver track that thing or that? That guy get it out of there. Is that 28? That's safety. Eyes on 6. Ezeiruaku. Stay focused, Joe. We're almost there. Fake the inside move. Spin move. I think we've gotten up to 6 moves now because the long arm and then the spin. He's won with 6 different moves at this point. Now, this is his career game, but I want as much tape as I can to know what the guy can do. And I think we're seeing it today. Dealing with the tight end. And we've got sack situation. Other guys getting in there, getting into the party. Let's watch Ezeiruaku on the left side here. He's got the tight end on him. So he's going to have to deal with that first. Real quickly. I just might as well just keep going inside. Good stick by 56, though. Locked him out. We're getting to the end here. Minute 19 left. I want to say we've got another pressure and sack still to go. He's on against the left tackle this time. Oh, he gets buried. Let's see what happens. Almost picked off by the linebacker, 45. Ezeiruaku getting buried on this one. What's he try? Just tries to put his head down and run between 2 guys. He just takes it. So that is Donovan Ezeiruaku, and that's his best game. I have watched a couple others. I went down, had lunch while the first part of this was processing. It takes about a half hour, so I had lunch. Let a couple other games roll that were much shorter, but not as fun. The Missouri game against Armand Membu, he does have a few reps against him. It's whatever. It's not he hits 2 pressures, 1 sack in that game. Overall, though, highly productive player that's still young, played at a very young age at Boston College. And to be honest with you, he's really good against the run, has a lot of moves, has the flexibility and agility. Don't know why it took this long for us to get to him. I wouldn't hate it. Here, if we're looking at the DNs, right? And I have to take James Pierce and Mike Green off the table because of their character and past. Which DN would you like at 17? Is it Shamar Stewart? I wouldn't like that. I'd get it, but I wouldn't like it. Is it Michael Williams? Again, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't pick him there. Is it Jalen Walker? I wouldn't pick Jalen Walker. He's more of an edge linebacker hybrid type. So then we're coming down to Nick Scorton, Donovan Ezeiruaku. If I have to have an end and I can't take the top 2 guys other than Abdul Carter, I want Ezeiruaku. No doubt about it. It's really the last few weeks since we've done the edge rankings in the initial watch of those guys, and then getting like the reports and intel on Pierce that he's not even liked at Tennessee. There's a Bob McGinn who gets anonymous scouts and personnel people and coaches to speak on these prospects, said the team didn't even like him. They were working out and they didn't know where he was. They would do team stuff and he wasn't even there. And then you have a couple of potentially sexual misconducts for Mike Green in his past. That's not good. Don't want that. So I got to take 2 of these very talented guys off. And maybe the Bengals will overlook or do their own research they did with Jackson Carman and still draft him, or overlook it and say the talent outweighs the character like they did with Jermaine Burton. But I'm not betting on that right now. I'm not assuming they're going to do that. So if you want an end, I think we're looking at Nick Scorton, Shamar Stewart, Michael Williams, or Donovan Ezeiruaku. And if those are my options, Ezeiruaku, Scorton, Shamar, Michael. Maybe. I actually don't know. That's tough. Let me know how you would rank those 4 in the comments below. I'll go through the comments as I always do. The next episode will be on Kelvin Banks Jr. because I'm starting to zero in on him at 17 as well. That's on the next episode of Bengals on the Brain, presented by First Star Logistics. Until next time, Uday.
Everybody loves the NFL draft. There's no question about that. So, in honor of that, we're going to have our 3rd annual First Star Logistics draft party. It's going to be at Handlebar at Great American Ballpark. It's going to start at 7 o'clock. And then Friday, of course, is day 2 of the draft, rounds 2 and 3. Brad Johansson will be hosting. Joe Goodberry and myself will be on the panel. And also make sure we get some guests from the Cincinnati Bengals organization that are going to remain a little bit of a surprise to you folks right now. It's sold out. I mean, first time we had it at a Great American Ballpark, it was well received. It's off the charts this time. So the only way you can catch us, watch the live stream on the First Star Media Group YouTube channel. That's the way you're going to be involved. It's going to be a great night. Mark it down. Don't miss it.